Let me start this off. These are the things in my life, right? When I was coming up, like I said, I left this place called Kenilworth and moved into a place called Eastgate. And I met these two brothers. One of these brothers became my best friend. We hung together all the time. His name's Lil Cal. I respected that brother. How I earned my respect. That one day he went shopping, right? And he brought me something back. He kind of shocked me because a lot of times men are always doing for women, never looking out for other men. So when the man brought me something back, he did this every time he went shopping. He always brought me something back. So when the brother done it, I told him just like this. So I told the brother, man, look, you ain't gonna want for nothing as long as I live, right? I'm gonna make sure you good. See, I was the person out there getting the money. And he was the first person that ever done something for me. The first and basically only dude that really done something for me. You know, on the strength. I haven't showed him nothing yet. We just hung out. We messed with a few women and stuff like that. Different things. But I was just looking for, me personally, a wife. I was looking for somebody strong that couldn't nobody could persuade her or try to send her in no direction. And I always wanted to teach her to be stronger. You know what I mean? So she wouldn't be able to nobody can get in her ear or challenge her in no type of way because I was a master at this game where everybody was trying to play but thinking they was playing me. But like I said, I kept it quiet and I kept it real. See, this is about me. See, I'm not bringing involved in anything else. So when I was telling y'all about these situations, about how these people was lining us up and stuff like that, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But I want to speak about my brother. This man gave me the understanding, right, that all people is not the same. Because when I was a young boy, I didn't like the world. I seen that everybody was wicked, that everybody was trying to side, trying to use each other, man, and sideswipe each other girlfriend. Yeah, he went after my woman, you know what I mean? But I checked my girl. I was like, when she told me, I told her like this here. Well, what did you do? She told me she stopped it. So I said, you did your job, and he did his job too. You understand? Of being a man, being as though I'm not like that. You know what I mean? That I don't think that other men is like that. You understand? I'm a type of person. I ain't gonna never go to my man's girl. I just don't get down like that. But he tried it. She denied it. So she passed one test. Like this, I always challenge everybody, man. And everybody I've always had to pass a test in my life. And a lot of them failed, you know what I mean? But I ain't opening my mouth and tell them they failed. I just kept it to myself and kept it moving. Like I say, I'm a person that going through a world where everybody think they're gangsters. Where everybody want to be something called a thug. See, I never seen myself as being a thug. I seen myself as being, a mastermind and a real nigga, you know what I mean, to the people amongst me, but not noticing that they wasn't real with me, you know what I mean. So my one guy, you know what I'm saying, like I said, the love I had for him, man, and still have for him right now, just till this day. He came to me, man, and he was depressed. His heart was broken. But I don't want to tell the story, man. It upset me. And I said, man, look here, man. Man, everybody gonna pay for what they done to you, man. That was my man, you know what I'm saying? And I was gonna set I wasn't gonna sit down, man, until everybody paid. So, uh, like I said in the street, man, niggas better not, niggas knew they better not touch him. You know what I mean? Or whole areas would have had a problem. You know what I mean? If they touch my man. You know what I mean? We got in a few things, man, but they try to stop me. You know what I mean? From for putting in, you know, I don't want to get into that, baby, because I don't want to influence none of the young guys, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm debating in my brain for even operating or saying certain things. You know what I mean? Because I don't want y'all to hit the streets and become a nigga just like me. You know what I mean? Even though I show love, you know what I'm saying, and I always treated people right, but I don't want to get on here with it like everybody else, man. Trying to persuade y'all down the wrong path. That was never my stilo. If I wasn't gonna send you right, then man, I'm not gonna send you left. So anyway, my man died, man, and me and his cousin, man, we was at the hospital, man. We seen my man through the glass over a place called DC General, and my man had a tear in his eye, man, a smile on his face, and I'll never forget that, man. You know. And my heart was broke from that day on, man. And I set out to make everybody pay, man, for breaking my man heart. You know what I mean? So you know, me and his cousin, we became real tight. He was a little guy, man. He used to be out there, man. He used to follow us, man. I already knew what type of guy he was, man, and how he was gonna grow up, man. You know, and at the same time, man, you know, I was a person always in his life. I came to him day by day trying to save his life, you know what I mean? Because I know what type of guy, and I know it's hard. I don't care what everybody think about him, but I know it's hard for real. And so I used to talk to him every day, man, and tell him how things was going to go down, man, and, you know, how these niggas is, man, and who these people are, man, you know what I mean? I gave him information, man. You know, only God gave it to me to give it to him. You know what I mean? To save his life, man. But you understand me? And things happen. He forgot about the information I gave him, man. I know how I do because people out here spend you. You know what I mean? And you be going this way and going that way all at the same time, man. You the lost thought, train of thought, man, because you ain't focused on it, man. You know what I mean? Because when we got back together, I talked to him, man. He didn't remember all the things that I told him. If you remember, then I would have said more to him because I just let it go. You know what I mean? Because people out here, man, think it's really like a train wreck, man. When you already know the odds and ends and how people rolling, man, and the people from the side, man, acting, pretending like they cool. You know what I mean? Giving you food and bringing toys and doing all this other fake stuff, you know what I mean, while they snatching that bank and rolling off, man, you know. So what I did was, man, you know, that's the first scene that I put on there, man, how people was playing from the side, man, and this good government shit, right? Acting like they are there to help, man, but same niggas putting the guns on the street, same niggas putting the drugs on the street, same niggas, man, you know, evicting all these people, man. And a lot of the homies went down, man, you know, in Eastgate, right? For a lot of years, you know what I mean? But all of a sudden, niggas popped up with apartment buildings and all this old other things, and they ain't had no money, you know what I mean? Where they get this money from? The mother father ain't had no money, they died, and they ain't leave them nothing, man, but you know, that's another story, man, for these niggas. But these niggas know what I'm talking about, and they know what's in their heart and who they are, who they really is. You know what I mean? So anyway, you had all these people promoting violence. You had, like I said, you had movies that came out, King of New York and Scarface. You know what I mean? Trying to infiltrate the black neighborhood because they put them movies in certain places, you know what I mean, made sure we locked in on it, man, you know what I mean? So when people locked in on, everybody wanted to be Scarface, everybody wanted to, you know, be just like that, you know what I mean? So they jumped into the game. But when I came to the game, I wouldn't think about none of that. You know what I mean? I was bypassed that. I started early. You know what I mean? So it wasn't about no Scarface. It wasn't about no King of New York. It wasn't about none of that. I just looked at things like it was a movie. It was about family. You know what I mean? So that's why I went in there, because I was running track. I could have played football, and I denied myself that, because I seen, like I said, seen times about to change and things about to get worse. You know what I mean? I seen the future before it even came. You know what I mean? So I said, man, I had to take a step back, man, and protect my family by any means necessary. So I gave up my life, you know what I'm saying, to protect them. But many things happen, man, and things ain't work out like it's supposed to do. Many of my men feel the same way, trying to protect their family, you know what I mean? And it's a blessing to try to protect your family. But one thing about it, you gotta understand your family ain't gonna try to protect you. And that's real shit right there, man. And I understand that. So that's why I never move with hate in my heart or even judge anyone. You know, I don't want them to do the same. I want them to get their brains and their heart in the right stage, man, so we can step to these motherfuckers, you know what I mean, and really go where we need to go, you know what I mean. So the best thing that happened to me, man, when I left Eastgate, right, moving back in Lincoln Heights. Lincoln Heights used to be an old place where I used to be in, the old Lincoln Heights, man, you know what I mean, where I gathered up some money. So when I moved to I'm gonna say the new Lincoln Heights, right, where everybody was against each other, you know what I mean, acting like they cool with each other. That same story, you know what I mean, that I seen when I was a kid, man, they playing that same game there. So when I moved there, it showed me how to calm myself down, because after when my nephew got killed, man, you know what I mean, God bless my nephew, you know what I'm saying. I was in prison, man, up in New Jersey, and I offered the dudes up in New Jersey because my little nephew got struck down. You know, you heard me. But at the same time, he got struck down by a nigga that helped me, and I also saved his life. You know what I mean? He would have been done, man. But I told my man he wasn't in there, but he was in there. You know what I mean? But at the same time, when I seen the nigga had a gun on. I ain't had nothing on me. I stepped to the nigga and I said, "What's up, man? We can do whatever right now." He was like, "Man, go ahead with that, man." But then I get locked up, man. Then this nigga assassinate my little nephew, but any old way. But everybody out here want to pretend in these things, and any nigga can catch you with your back turned, man. You know, that's nothing. That's how these niggas roll out here. But anyway, like I said, man. So I was always a person that forgive everybody, man, and I never judged nobody, man. That just wasn't me. So a lot of people needed help, so they came to me and got help, and I never mentioned like nothing. You know what I mean? I seen many things. I never mentioned anything. You know what I mean? I knew about a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? I never said nothing, but the game was never proud. The people that was in it, just some of them, they had like they had good hearts, man. And I seen like places they could have went. You know what I mean? Like certain people enters these people atmosphere, man, to change their ways, man, and turn them into robbers and turn them into killers. And these niggas wasn't no goddamn killers or no robbers, man. These niggas wasn't even gonna carry no gun. They wasn't even about that life, half of them, man. You know what I mean? So when I seen all of them dropping, man, and going to all these funerals and stuff like that, man, it showed me that niggas can come in your life, persuade you, and get you on a path, man, that you losing your lives, man. All y'all niggas, but all y'all was friends, and y'all let a nigga come in and turn y'all into enemies. Damn, you see how weak niggas was, and then niggas think they were strong. So how can you be strong when you letting other people come in here and address you like that, man, and y'all turn guns against each other? See, I let the ship sail, right, and act like I was blind while the ship was sailing, right. While these people infiltrating us, like I said in the first thing, and then I was just watching where the money going as our meds came in, and I'm still watching where the money going. Now, meds becoming billionaires. How they becoming billionaires, and nobody's ever asking this question. See, one thing about it, let me tell y'all something like this here, man. See, what I'm saying right now, the niggas is trying to set you up and try to kill you. But let me let y'all know something right now, man. If y'all attempt anything or play any kind of game, I got shot, during the time of Corona, right? And God allowed y'all to do that, you know what I mean? Because the test was for me, you know what I mean? I'm gonna say this here. I'm gonna give y'all this here. I allowed y'all to get away with that because of the Creator. My love for the Creator is really, really, really strong. And He didn't want to release me to allow me to come back at y'all, you know what I mean? So I left it alone, because if I'd have dug into that, I would have found out everything, man. Because that's how I found out how I got shot the first time. I knew in 3 days. So I didn't respond to the people or none of that. I told the brother a couple of years ago that I knew what I knew. And I told him, if he lie, this is last day. See, man, let me tell you, like I spoke about my dreams. The Father showed me many things in my dreams. So I recorded every dream that I had. So every time something showed up, I knew how the dream was going to play out. I knew how it was going to play out in real while I'm walking through. So I always recorded my dreams. And this is what I was telling the people. Keep your dreams intact. Understand what they mean. But don't let nobody preach to you and tell you about God. Analyze everything. God gonna give you the rest if you ask for it. Same way me, same way you. I'm just in here trying to teach you that there is no bully. The bully only is the bully because he afraid of you. And he afraid of you knowing who he really is. Let me tell you, always say the tongue is a serpent. And the way people push shit out their mouth, they wind up hurting a lot of other people. See, what y'all believe in? Y'all believe in justice, or it's just us? See, a lot of people out here teaching people this kindergarten way, want to glorify themselves with all this ugliness, how they grew up and what they done. Nobody want to hear that stuff no more. Man, let's give these young people some excitement. Some things to help them out and create some jobs for them. Don't be out here. See, you got a lot of people out here. A gangster looks out for his people. He's not there to hurt them. Y'all got the whole terminology of a gangster wrong. You understand? See, even with white people started the pimping. Black people sat there and watched the white person pimp. The white person left the street and went into Hollywood and started pimping. The black people started to take off the street. That's why they made laws to lock you up. See, you won't fail for every trap there is. We've been put in a mouse trap for a long time and nobody's been watching. See, that's why I say when I was a kid, I observed everything about the downplay, about the moves that people making. See, they think a kid is dumb when we see everything. We see that we've been pulled down. We see that we've been used for everything, every way they needed to make money. But then y'all grow up and y'all want to kill each other for money when it ain't even yours. Nigga, we was tricked out of everything. This is a story I'm trying to tell y'all. But y'all ain't listening. Nope. Because you want to still play gangster. You want to still get on the internet and make people think that you was this hard nigga. You still trying to play that same game. It ain't work for you. Remember, you done time. They took part of your life. And you mad at everybody else, but you ain't mad at them. Nigga, you got a problem with life itself. I think you should find a bridge and jump off of it. Because you in the way. I seen a lot of people on the interviews was very uncomfortable because you know why them men, they didn't want to speak about none of that stuff. All they did was want to be home, man, happy they was home, man, and they see the way the world done turned, man, they don't even like it. I understood. Because I can see past all that. You understand, this imaginary world that we living in. This spookism. See, the streets was always a sour motherfucker. Especially when in the 80s. When all these other people came off the porch. Everybody was running to suck somebody's penis. Whoever had it, they wanted to grab their penis out their pants and start sucking it. Because that's how niggas was. They was only around certain dudes for the money. See, I ain't never want to hang with them dudes. I only had a couple of friends. A couple of dudes I can't call my friend. I didn't have a whole lot of friends. You understand? Because I know better. See, I know these insecure motherfuckers will sit up here and try to sleep with your woman or try to kill you for your own woman. These unsatisfied grapes. You understand me? But that's how these dudes was. They will backdoor each other, man. And all these females out here, they gonna look going after their man girl. See, me, whatever my girl gonna do, she gonna do anyway. I was always like that. You understand? I ain't trying to hinder her or stop her from being who she is. If she want the street can have her. But if she want life, then she can be down with me and we gonna grow together. We gonna build an empire together. That's the only thing I wanted, the only thing I was looking for out of any female. You understand? This is how I grew up. I grew up watching everything because I didn't like the world. So I needed to know a lot of stuff, how my brothers are falling, how my brothers eating here, how my brothers living in this part of the world, this part. I needed to know. So I talked to a lot of people. You heard me? And found out a lot of things. But the third part, man, I'll get a little deep on you, man. Because I want y'all to get some real understanding, man. Where a brother coming from. This just a draft right here, man, to let y'all know where I'm going with the story, man. Because I'm not going to talk about that violent shit because I don't want none of y'all to take heed to that and grab hold of that, man. I mean, that's not what it is. But I'm going to tell you, I've been through a lot. Seen a lot of bullets fly off my head, man. I was never scared of none of that stuff. But I've been through all that. I just don't want y'all to go through it, man. Y'all don't need to be facing what I face. You know, y'all need to be doing right towards each other and watching the same things that I'm seeing. Because the world is like a movie. And you out the picture, man. You erased out the picture. You just think you still part of the movie. Man, listen, they've been planning this a long time ago. And if you don't wake up, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. Keep on sleeping. You heard?